Hey there, everybody, and welcome to a new game to the channel, Lobotomy Corporation. This is a monster management simulation game, and if you know anything about the SCP lore, then you'll feel right at home with this one. If not, well then welcome to a monster management simulation game. It has a couple roguelite elements as well, not to a heavy extent, but you'll just find out when we get into it. And if you are new to the channel and have come to watch this series, welcome, glad to have you here. My name is Stapes. This game has a very dedicated following, and if you are here to just watch it, well, I appreciate you being here. So, what are we gonna do with Lobotomy Corporation? Well, to give some preface, I've already played this game a little bit, but it's been a while. It's been 3 or 4 years, and I didn't get very far into it. So I'm going to reset the game so I don't have anything left from when I did play it. My memories are very fuzzy. I have a goldfish memory, so hopefully nothing will be there. What I have done, though, is I have added a couple of mods to the game to make my life a little bit easier, and also the game easier to watch for you guys. I didn't find anything that would change the mechanics of the game too heavily, and just really gives you some quality of life updates. So I got a lot of fixes. I got some customization fixes, some enhanced data. So if there's anything else that the community suggests, you can see them over here, that you guys suggest, please let me know down below, and I will gladly add it to my mod list. Please give me any tips and tricks that you may have. Just no spoilers, please. I do appreciate, going into games with a blind eye, and I've heard this is one of them. So let's go ahead and restart the game. Your employees, everything in encyclopedia entry and other game progression will be lost, even your precious memories with me. Do you really want to start? Yes, Angela. I do remember who that is. So we're restarting the game. Let's load it back in, and let's start Lobotomy Corporation. I'm not gonna do a tutorial because I do remember how to play a little bit of it, so let's go ahead and start the first day. Starting a game with the current abnormality observation levels. Yes. And there's Angela. All right, so this is the main kind of piece of the game where you select your monsters. We have O-03 or 03-03. If we hover over it, it gives us a little description. It feeds on the evil that seeps during conversations between people. So normally we're gonna have 3 to pick from, but since this is our first day, we're gonna have 1 to pick from. And if you're new to the channel, the way I usually do things here is I usually do pretty thorough gameplay, levels of gameplay. I try to do as much to dive into the game as much as I can, and then jump cut parts that are, you know, what you guys would consider mundane. So we're gonna try to do that my best in this game to do that. I know later parts of this game can be very long. Also, this game is notoriously difficult, so I will do my best, and like I said, any tips and tricks are provided. So let's go and get started. Angela, hello X. I give you a warm welcome to Lobotomy Corporation. I'm Angela, your advisor and secretary. My role as an AI is to assist you in adjusting to your new workplace, so please have no worry in speaking with me or asking any questions. Even an AI can have a nice name. Did you know that? I was born from one of the wings of the world. It signifies that I am one of the best to exist in this age. Ah, I know what you must be thinking. Your eyes show that you think I look too human to be an AI, am I wrong? However, there is a great difference between us. I am bound here. I cannot go wherever I please like you do. I may be able to operate the systems of this corporation to open a door or prepare a cup of coffee for you, but I cannot take a step outside of this building to bask in the sunlight or feel the gentle breeze. Now, in regards to my appearance, as you can see, the color of my hair is that of the morning sky after a light shower. The tone and shape of my voice is taken from the wisest person in the world. Lastly, my face is picturesque of the person who had the most beautiful smile. There it is. Ah, don't worry, that was a joke. There can be no such person on this earth. My appearance was designed with attractiveness to the largest number of people possible in mind. If the way I look is pleasing to your eye, then I'm working as intended. Moving on, artificial intelligence is much more efficient in comparison to humans in terms of multitasking. I'm the best in the majority of work fields. I am able to handle work of several dozen people at once. I am certain many people have lost their jobs because of me. It is such a shame. Well, enough with introductions. Is there anything that you would like to know? I'm starting to laugh because with today's technological climate, that is a little hard, that hits a little close to home. So anyway, let's continue on. Could you inform me about the company? That's not a bad thing to ask about. Let me put it this way. Your world is consistently growing, and the demand for energy is exponentially increasing as technologies advance. Constantly growing. I said consistently. Constantly growing. All conventional energy sources combined cannot sustain the world further. In search of a solution, we happened to stumble upon mysterious beings who we dub abnormalities. Then we figured out the energy could be harvested from these abnormalities via a special method. to isolate them in a controlled environment and harvest energy from them. Our corporation became one of the wings of the world for this discovery that benefits humanity in two ways. Once you're fully placed into roles as a manager, you will be able to access all the current information on the abnormalities from the encyclopedia. It is very important that you know and understand these beings well to be successful in your position. For now, the encyclopedia's pages lay blank, but it will be filled out little by little. Don't concern yourself too much with it. It is the task of your subordinates to pen it. You have joined the company at an opportune moment, by the way. I like how the scene changed the background. Lobotomy Corporation is always looking for ways to improve its harvesting process. Also, what's that picture you got there, Angela? Who's that? Our systems are continually updated to support this. Speaking of which, there was a new update to the system right before you arrived. That means the working conditions have been improved upon compared to those of your predecessors. Think of it as a welcoming gift. Best of luck for us. I was just about to mention you don't understand the concept of patience, do you? Oh, that was rude. Gee, I like how their facial expressions change. Oh, pardon my manners, manager. I was talking to one of the other AIs that work here. I should introduce her to you. Man, English is hard. Our facility is a huge one, and even I would have trouble managing it on my own. So someone determined that there should be an AI to assume head control of each department. If I were to be considered the cerebrum, they would be the cerebellum. Naturally, of course, I should be your most trustworthy and capable companion among all the AIs. Well then, shall we get here now? You can hear rushed footsteps from behind. Malkuth, manager. I arrived just in time, right? The time is only about 1 minute late. Well, I guess that still counts as on time. Also, I believe this is what, the Tree of Life? I can't remember what this exactly is called. Oh, it's escaping me. Congratulations on joining Lobotomy Corporation's manager. I do not want to disturb this touching moment, Malkuth, but every second counts in Lobotomy Corp. Please make your instructions as brief as possible and go prepare for the meeting. This is Angela talking. Seems Miss Angela isn't in a good mood today. But hey, at least the other Sephiroth are looking forward to meeting you. Well, maybe not all of them. Oh, where are my manners? My name is Malkuth. I'm in charge of the control team. Since we're the control team, we have a great deal of responsibility. I'm trying my best to help you by improving the basic functions of this facility manager. I'm sure you're a bit nervous right now. It takes a bit of time to get used to things around here. I know from experience, but don't worry, I'll be sure to help you. I am, not exactly the best at everything. I used to be a problem Sapphira? You know, I would sew buttons onto a shirt in the wrong direction or add salt instead of sugar to food. But still, you can just do it, just like I managed to do. I'm sure you'll succeed, manager. I'll give you an easy task since it's your first day here. I wish you the best of luck. Wham, 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 wham! Employee, I can't take it anymore, manager. You're in there, right? I have to get out of here, please. You know you're capable of it. You're the manager. You're not the same as the rest of us. You can do anything. Why do you want to quit? Didn't you like working here in the control team? Every day is a delight for me. It's so horrible. I can't take it anymore. I'll go insane. Nothing here is normal. Do you really think you can't handle it? Please, I don't want to be here. Let me out, please. Manager, even though you're head of this facility, that employee belongs to my department, so I believe I can take care of this. Let me handle this, please. I'll let her handle it. You go ahead, Malkuth. Thanks for acknowledging my position. Please don't be alarmed. These kinds of things happen quite often. Good. All right, it must be the first time we've seen something like this. Usually Miss Angela or I handle this kind of stuff. It's just a tiny hiccup, nothing for you to worry about. No, please, manager, please. Did that person just die? Okay. Malkuth, manager, you can do this. Manager, please make sure to remember that your primary goal is harvesting energy from the abnormalities. In order to harvest energy, you need to work on them. It is the most basic yet important task we have here at the corporation. Please don't let me down. I know you can do it. Goal, complete 3 work processes with the abnormalities. All right, we can do that. Okay, so day 1, we have the control team, safety team, information team, and the training team. So we're starting with the control team, and this is Ria? Pronunciations. If I pronounce something wrong, correct me down below. And then Atsulith, I think these are different branches of the tree, and I could be wrong. All right, let's do accessible on the control team. Hello, manager. Each day you will need to expand 1 department. Are you ready to open up the control department and begin managing abnormalities? Yes. Let's jump in. Like I said, I'm extremely excited to jump into this game. It's a game that I never got to beat or get that far in, but the concept of it just absolutely enthralled me. And I figured YouTube is a great way for me to start this game. So this is going to be our preparation for each day. We're gonna have different employees and we're gonna have them set over here in the control team. So employee assignment needed. Can I hire another one? I can. Also, what I did is I downloaded the mod that lets me kind of customize your experience, your appearance at, will, because I am gonna name you guys after the employees. I don't think I can rename Jake. Can I rename? How do I rename you, Jake? Let's see. Eco list. Control team. No, not what I'm. Okay, sorry about that, guys. My game crashed, unfortunately, but we're back, and hopefully we will get into this. Customize appearance. So this is going to be our first employee, and I'm going to name it after some of our tier 2 members that we have here on the channel. Thank you, tier 2 members. I appreciate you. And the first one is going to be Danzy. Danzy, welcome to Lobotomy Corporation. And if anyone doesn't know, Danzy is my wife. So yeah, she's going thrown into the fire first. All right, so in spirit of Danzy and how much she loves blue hair, we're gonna make her hair blue. And we'll make that a little bit of a lighter blue. Let's do... Okay, I'm gonna go and customize my employees and I'll get back with you guys here in a second. Okay, we've customized Danzy and she is good to go, so we're gonna confirm. And we're gonna set her as an employee for the control team. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get me an extra employee just to go ahead and have this, and this will be known as Kevin. Kevin is also one of my tier 2 members. Kevin, I appreciate you being here. So let's customize the appearance. This is Kevin. All right, there's Kevin. And if you are a returning viewer of the channel, you know Kevin dies a lot in some of our playthroughs. Oxygen not included. Kevin's died a lot. So yeah, Kevin, let's hope we don't do that streak here. I'm gonna, let's see, let's do your hair. I'm gonna customize Kevin and I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, here's Kevin. We're hiring Kevin. Kevin, welcome to Lobotomy Corporation. Glad to have you here. Oh, where'd Kevin go? No. Oh, Kevin, no. All right, hang on, let me get Kevin back again. Okay, finally got Kevin. There was a weird visual glitch, I think, going on, but I managed to get Kevin in here. So Kevin, he's gonna be our second employee. Danzy and Kevin, welcome, and thank you for your support. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in. We have the unknown anomaly right here. So we're gonna go ahead and begin management. And we're right into the game. Wow, that was quick. I didn't even have to jump cut that. All right, cool. So here is the layout of the game, and this is where the management aspect comes into it. So you may look at this like, hey, this is kind of like a builder game. No, it's not. You don't build out this. This automatically builds out based on the monsters you select, and the facility will expand. So there's a couple different things here. Well, not a couple different things. We have our little grunts here. And I do remember this from the game, the grunts. If they die, your base level of this goes down and your healing. So you heal in here, your healing will go down for your employees. Actually, I didn't realize that, but on Danzy, I'll have to fix that. But apparently I have given her some some long hair in the back. Also, some of the mods you can see detailed stats, which is really nice. I do appreciate detailed stats and always will make my life easier. All right, so let's go and get started. I'm gonna go and jump right in. So you hear, this is the main kind of draw of the game. We work with these anomalies. We try to figure out what they are interested in. So you have 4 different ones. You have instinct, insight, attachment, repression, and we're just gonna pick one. And I honestly don't remember what the, I remember what this thing looks like. Don't remember how to work with it. So we're gonna do insight first, and we'll send Danzy to work on it first. Let me make sure I remember my controls. Okay, so I have single speed right now. I think there might be a mod for me to unlock these immediately. Or these are like one of the first things you unlock. So, all right, so we're looking here. Confirming work initiation sequences, checking visuals, intellectual demand. So you can see here, we have these boxes going up. And these are the power boxes, the power generation of the company. Failures, passes. Somewhere in the middle is a kind of like a neutral success. Up here, if your green box is up here, this is a positive success. Down here is more of a negative success. And then the more boxes we get, the more we can unlock about this specific anomaly. And you can see up here that our quota is filling up on here. This is a whole different thing I will explain later. I will explain as much of this game as I can. I can't promise I will explain everything correctly. And if you want to explain something down below, please feel free to do so. All right, so we completed the work, so let's click on the name. So here's the other draw of the game, is finding out the information about these anomalies. And with the boxes that we collected here, we can unlock more information. So we can do it again and get basic information, or we can figure out what it likes. There's 4 of them here, so let's unlock, oh, these 3. All right, so this, oh man, this is so nice. I remember not having this in the base game and adding this mod. Oh, I love that. Okay. So we can see here, it likes attachment, 70% with all levels of employees. Also like 70% insight. So we can work on insight and attachment with this thing. With low level employees, we can work on insight, and with all employees, we can work on attachment. Don't know what this is, but it doesn't really like repression all that much. We can have a 50% chance with a lower employee, and we could do that if we want to. So the more work that an employee does with a specific anomaly, so if it does insight, they will gain these stats up here, and these stats will go up the more they work with that single stat. Excuse me while I put my cat down. Okay, so that is going to be the general kind of idea of this first day. We're just gonna work with you, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do some repression work. We'll get repression working on Danzy. Oh my, so while Danzy's on our way, for people who are new here, Midna is our lovely black kitty cat, and she loves to jump on my desk when I'm recording, or go behind my monitors, or just kind of disrupt the video in general. So if you hear me talking about her, that's what's going on. All right, so we can see repression work going on. So it's a 50% chance of success. We can see up here that, you know, Danzy witnesses the solemn, I couldn't even read that word, honestly. As Danzy proceeded, O-0303 did not respond at all. Only those who deceive themselves can live truly happy lives. Ignorance is bliss. So yeah, there's a lot of lore that goes into this game, and each one of these things have lore, and I'll probably read out most of it, and you guys can skip ahead if you don't want to hear all of that and just want to watch the gameplay. Like I said, this game is notoriously difficult. I think I mentioned that. So when we get later into the game, it's going to get chaotic, it's going to get tough. I'm probably going to lose my mind. I don't know, we'll see. All right, so let's go ahead and see the instinct. So 50%, 50%. So instinct and repression are the same. Insight and attachment is what this thing likes the most. We have 2 more boxes we can use. Can't unlock anything with it. So let's go ahead and do some attachment work, and we'll send Kevin. Let's not ignore Kevin. Let's let Kevin do some work as well. Give Danzy a break. We can't see Danzy's sanity or health. Each employee has different stats. They have insanity and health. And the more insane they get, they go crazy, and I believe you can save them, but it's very difficult if I remember correctly. I honestly don't remember it, but if they lose all their health, they die as well. Fortification gives you health. Prudence, I can't remember exactly what it gives. I'm gonna have to look it up and make sure I understand that. Justice, I believe, is both sanity and health. Oh, here we go, increases attack speed. So you can see here, yeah, it says it right there. So Prudence, SP, so that's your sanity points. Temperance, work success, work speed. It's right there. I could have read that. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's part of the mod. Then that really is nice. All right. So workday complete. Yeah, we're gonna go and complete it. I'm not gonna go ahead and start this. Actually, let's go ahead and do this one more time. I do want to explain a little bit of the mechanic. So the more you work with SCPs, not SCPs, but anomalies. I'm gonna call them that because I do enjoy reading the SCP lore and all that stuff. So I may actually call them every once in a while. The more you work with these, the more this bar fills up here. Once it hits, you do a meltdown. And so the meltdowns will cause this effect to happen around different monsters. You will want to go and work with this monster as soon as possible so that it doesn't melt down. Each one has different meltdown effects. Some escape, some cause chaos throughout the facility. Not good stuff usually happens when this goes off. So luckily, I do remember this guy. He is a bro. He doesn't really do much. He just kind of sits there and chills. So really, we don't have to worry about him at all. All right, so, you know, neutral work, that's fine. We have 13 boxes, so I'm gonna get basic information. This is 1 sin and hundreds of good deeds. He is a Zayan class. His work damage is white. His max E-box is 10. And that is the maximum we can get from him. We need and it tells you all their stats of, you know, what's a good result, what's a normal result, bad result, etc. And then we can get one more. We get managerial guidelines. 1 sin and hundreds of good deeds will restore the employee's mental state when the work result is good. Misona, who received this benediction, commented that it felt refreshing. All right, so that's all we're gonna do this day. We're gonna move on and get another one under our belt. I would like to have at least 2 before this episode is over. All right, so managerial report. Day 1, everyone did really good. Danzy had her stats increased. You can see that because we worked with different different work types, she had her stats go up, and Kevin also got his temperance up as well, so his work speed is good as well. All right, so ranking S, survival rate, all good. Easy day. Proceed to the next day. Yes, would love to. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but the way this game works, and there's something about it that, man, it just draws me in. All right, so we have T 0627, F 0483, and O 0112. She was so talkative before, yet in the end, loneliness was her only listener. Everything will be peaceful while you're under the fairy's care. That doesn't sound too bad. That means it's probably terrible. This is a recording of the day we must never forget. Everything will be peaceful while you're under the fairy's care. She was so talkative before, yet I'm gonna do this one. This is a terrible mistake, but I'm gonna pick that one. And like, it's probably funny. People who watch this game or play this game, they're probably like, oh yes, this is gonna be great, or oh no, what has he done? Face the fear, build the future. That is the motto of our founder, the one whom we refer to as A. Tell me, if you had to choose one, which part of the motto would you prefer? I'm gonna say face the fear. We're the first humans of this world to discover abnormalities. Of course, with the exclusion of myself, as I do not exactly belong to humanity. How should I put it? We are pioneering an entirely new world in a brand new field of study. The discoveries we have made thus far are merely the tip of the iceberg. Abnormalities have been among us since the beginning. However, we have only just found their essence, their strange nature. We confronted them for the first time, and we faced fear itself. They were fundamentally an incarnation of fear. I think that was a good choice. Like that little dialogue bit. There was a bit of confusion last time, wasn't there? And if you're new to this game, you probably recognized it already, but it does have a light novel type, not light novel, visual novel type style to it as well. So it's like, you know, kind of not half and half, but it's got this is how it tells the story. There was a bit of confusion last time, wasn't there? Usually I'm in charge of the security of your office. However, it seems that I failed to pay close enough attention to the Sapphira meeting room. I heard that a control team employee has resigned from the corporation. Oh, did she fail to get him under control? Good job. You do know what that means to resign here at the company, don't you? Do they die? I'll take that as a no. I do sometimes miscalculate what information should deliver to you and what shouldn't. Some aspects of our company that I consider natural and obvious may come as a quite shock to you. We have a variety of roles here. It's like a well-structured play. Every actor has a role, and they must be faithful to their part without any error, synergizing with each other. Now, imagine one of the actors decides to leave the stage because they didn't like their role. The actor should have played their predetermined part of the predetermined timing before making their exit stage left. But to leave the stage without fulfilling their part means that the life of the role and its actor are finished. That is what we mean when we say someone resigns. Okay, I'm gonna take it that you just killed them. Great job, manager. You did exactly what I asked you. I knew you could do it. You'll never guess how much I rooted for you back there. As for me, the day went all right. We covered a joint emergency protocol drill for my team. Not a single dropout or injury. Everyone did a good job. Not to say that it was perfect though. By the way, manager, have you seen something creepier than abnormalities? Those entities that wander the facility, unable to be contained, and sometimes they manifest themselves in the corridors. The drills do no good when you encounter them, since we don't have enough data on them, so we always have to stay alert. No matter how meticulous our plan is, we can't control the unknown. Sometimes when I encounter them, I get a strange feeling. And the music's changed as well. It's not like I like fear or anything, some other sensation. Strange, isn't it? I feel nauseous, like something within me is palpitating out of control, and it feels like I'm no longer myself. How could I describe it? Like something's wriggling inside of me, little by little. Your job isn't to keep the abnormalities in control, you need to make sure that they're happy so they'll produce as many PE boxes as they can. Please work hard on this. Everything else should be secondary to that objective. Goal, complete 4 work processes with a good result. Mission, Semper Fi. Okay, the music is kind of creepy at the moment. I'm also gonna turn it up just a tad. I just want to make sure the volume is good for you guys and, you know, not too quiet. I'm gonna turn the master volume just a tad as well. Let me know if the volume is too loud and I'll fix it in the next episode. All right, so expansion level. Good day, manager. Would you like to expand the control departments? Yes. Yes, I would. All right, let's see what monstrosity we've got here. Also, this is another part. We have research, so we'll grab one of these, and it will enhance our capabilities in the game. So we get game speed acceleration. You can accelerate the flow of time during management up to 2 times by using the TT2 acceleration protocol. Joint command permits you to give cross-divisional work orders between departments. Beavers will provide to agents so they can be notified to return to their home department. I'm picking this one. Speeding up the game is going to be a godsend, so let's do that. Oh, nope, wrong button. There we go, boom. Also, I feel like I turned it up just too much, so I'm gonna boop. And just slide like that. Okay, there we go. All right, so we have Kevin and Danzy and Unknown. We have some lobotomy points. I'm gonna save these for now, and I'm gonna focus on Danzy and Kevin. And yeah, we'll get them in as soon as possible. If you want to be a worker, please let me know down below, and we'll try to get you in. Alrighty, so we have more grunts. We have, what is this? Okay, we have a fairy. A very interesting looking fairy nonetheless. Okay, sure. We'll send Danzy to work on this. I'm gonna, let's do instinct. That could be dangerous, but we're gonna do that. Kevin, you go work on one sin, and we'll do some attachment level. So let's go ahead and go over here and see how Danzy's doing. And I believe tab, what is our E to accelerate? Okay, so we do that. Slow down, let's see what's going on here. All right, well, we're already starting off with good result. That's not concerning. Most employees do not know the true meaning of the fairy's care. Okay, we're doing 3, all right, not bad. Not bad results so far. I think we may have kind of nailed the instinct work, but we'll see. I feel like that's a pretty good result on our first time. 7 and a happy result. So I mean, yeah, we can't complain about that. Let's go ahead and check instinct. Yep, 70%, we're good on that one. Let's do 70 if you're tier 1. Okay, so attachment work, insight work. We don't have repression, but we can go and do instinct again. I'm gonna go ahead and select Danzy to do this one again to get her instinct up. So we'll do that. Kevin, did you not work on? No, you did, okay, good. Let's do instinct for Kevin, get his instinct up, focus on that. We're gonna have a meltdown most likely, so we'll have that going on. If Danzy can show that they are competent, then they may, oh, all right. Most employees do not have the fairy's care. I'm gonna try to read these if I can. We're having a meltdown, that's fine. We'll go back in and immediately work these as soon as we can. And we need to make sure we get 4 good results. So we're gonna try our best to get that in this mission. We're not gonna get it on this one, that's fine. So let's go ahead and do that. I think Danzy's, oh, what is that? Okay, she's healing. Okay, interesting. Not what I expected out of that. Kevin's doing really good on one sin, that's good. Now, what happened to Danzy is kind of concerning. I'm gonna do guidelines so we can figure out when. Okay, when work result is normal or good, small fairies, okay, so I'm assuming it heals them. The small fairies will heal the employee's HP over a limited time. Oh, I really hope there's no negative effect to that. All right, so Kevin is out of here. We're gonna send Kevin immediately over here to the ferry. Angela said that we've met our quota, but I am not done here. Can I cancel that? Thank you. Instinct, Kevin, get to the ferry as soon as you can, please. So Kevin's doing that. Let's send Danzy to work on her attachment with one sin. So this is gonna be the flow of the game. We work with these anomalies, and the more that, obviously the PE boxes code is gonna increase. It was 15, now it's 30. So you're gonna have to survive longer and longer and longer as the game goes on. And it does get difficult. And there will be times where we may need to restart the game or even go back into one of our, I guess I said checkpoints. There is a restart to the game to where, you know, you take everything that you've had, all of your knowledge, all of your weapons that you gain from the anomalies, and you can apply them to your employees. One of the mods that I did get, if my employees survive up to that point, I will carry over those employees. I feel like that is a pretty fair mod, but if, you know, if you're a veteran to the game, please let me know. It's like, hey, no, you probably really shouldn't have that one. So we've gotten pretty good results. I think we've gotten our 4 good results. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna say, Kevin, work on your instinct some more on this one. So we'll do that. And then Danzy, I'm gonna do attachment because I want that work success, because the more we get work success, the more stats we get and the better results we get moving forward. Let's go and get the last guidelines. If an employee under the fairy's care is assigned to a different containment unit, they will immediately die and be consumed by the fairies. What? Okay, good thing Danzy didn't die. I guess she lost the fairies before we sent her there. Wow, that was kind of lucky of us. Huh. Well, that's nice to know. I'm glad we unlocked that piece of information. So the fairies, I wonder how long they last. Doesn't really say. Oh, so we got the ego gift. Did you get the ego gift? Wait, who got the ego gift? That normally doesn't unlock unless someone's unlocked it. So I guess, no, we didn't get it. Okay, he's got 1 sins. So I guess he has these and we can change them out as we go. Wow, that's kind of lucky that we've already got both of them. So to kind of explain what I'm talking about here, ego gifts. They give a 5% chance of the anomaly giving a gift to an employee, and they each have different stats. So success rate +2, work speed +2. Very good. So let's go ahead and figure out what the fairy is. So this is abnormality, basic information, fairy festival, Zayn. So those are good results, there's your normal results, and then bad results. Work damage is red damage. It can have 10, just like 1 sin. Let's go ahead and unlock the last repression. So repression is 50% as well. And we have our weapons here that we can unlock. We can manufacture these weapons to give our employees better stats, and the armor can give us better endurance to certain damage types. So, you know, if they have white, red, they, like, for example, the white, sending them to 1 sin, they'll take less white damage. So that's kind of how that works as well. We do have escape information. We also have abnormality story records. So let's go ahead and read through some of those real quick. Let's read through 1 sins. Let's go to 1 sin here, and let's see what his abnormality records say. And there's a lot here. So I can leave this on the screen and you can skip ahead if you want to read it, or if if you just don't want to hear me read. So yeah. A silent abnormality that understands the conflict between good and evil. Its empty eye sockets stare at those who encounter it. A giant skull that is attached to a cross. It wears a crown of thorns. It floats about 2 meters off above the ground. While its appearance is bizarre, it is rare to record an incident of violence against employees involving this abnormality. It feeds on the evil that seeps out during conversations between people. The assigned employee must kneel before it, standing appears to be acceptable, and present their evil by confessing their sins to it. The way it feeds is unknown. Excerpt for experiment records. We have cataloged the sins a person can commit into 3 levels. Level 1, a small lie or action that either goes unnoticed or can be shared in jest. Level 2, sins that are more serious and only shared with the closest of friends. Level 3, sins so profound that they cannot be shared with anyone. These will be taken to the grave. Employee, redacted, has been assigned to confess level 1 sin. Energy production via abnormality increased by 12%. Employee, redacted, was assigned to confess a level 2 sin. Energy production via the abnormality increased by 15%. We assigned employee, redacted, to confess a level 3 sin. 1 minute and 48 seconds after the employee was sent in, a bright flash of light was seen. The light was so bright it could be seen outside the containment unit. Immediately following the light, there were facility-wide power outage. The phenomenon lasted for 2 hours. Employee redacted lost 6 years of their memory. Further experiments were canceled. Scientific ethics decree that all footage of those who participated in the experiment is to be kept sealed. However, the incident left us no choice but to review the footage of the containment unit. And the more we unlock about an anomaly, the more story we get on them, and we can find out. And I think what I'll try to do is I'll try to unlock most of the story before I read it, just so we can knock all the story out all at once. We'll have to go back and read 1 sin, so I'll save the Fairy Festival for a next time. All right, so is there any more work that we want to do? I think we're good to keep going. There will be days where I start farming out our employee stats, just so they're pretty comfortable with what they're doing. But let's go ahead and complete day 2 and move on. So you can see here we have some good stat increases: Fortitude went up to I'm not gonna read all of them off. You can read them if you want to. So let's proceed to the next day. And for the best part of the game, did I freeze up? Oh nope, I just need to hit yes. Okay, let's see if we pick another one, and we do. All right, what do we have? What's really pitiful is people like you dying to the likes of me. Okay, arrogant. Geez, I can't read. 0256. People have been committing sins since long ago. Why do they commit sins? Knowing it's wrong. Or 0192. It's a good day. Are you still shy today? Okay. All right. Not sure what to think about that one. With 1 sin, I feel like this is a good one to pick. I could be completely mistaken. What's really pitiful? I don't know which one I should pick. It's a good day. Are you still shy today? Okay, that one's, I don't know, that one kind of scares me for some reason. People have been committing sins long ago. Why do they commit sins knowing it's wrong? I'm gonna pick this one. I'm gonna get that one. I like the, we have one sin and all that, so I'm gonna pick that one. Greetings, manager. It marks 3 days now that you've worked here. The number 3 is a mysterious one. In age-old fables, also the music's different. Okay. There's a common for mysterious entity to appear and tell protagonists to utter 3 wishes. A genie or a djinn. Sadly, I'm not a mage or billionaire that can grant your wishes. However, I do happen to know what your predecessors wished for. There were many aspirations. Common among them was seeking some kind of growth. To lead the company prosperity, to achieve spiritual maturity, you name it. Each had wanted to flower in a different way. Which one of those 2 would you want? I wish for the company to prosper? No, I'm gonna say spirit. She probably is not gonna like this answer. Come to think of it, there was another manager who gave me such an answer. As you know, spiritual is a rather obsolete term in today's world. So I asked them for a definition of spirit. Then that manager told me, well, I unfortunately do not recall the details of that conversation. Even an AI cannot store every bit of data. Unnecessary information should be deleted for smooth operation. So you may be asking yourself, if your predecessors managed to fulfill their wish, I suppose what happened to the others isn't important after all. I do promise to cheer you on for the journey to your final goal, though. Thanks, Angela. What's up, Malkuth? How you doing? You did it again, and you did it flawlessly, too. I myself have a lot of work to do. If you look at my notebook, my to-do list is always so full. But I know I can get through it. I should do my best like I always have. I know I'm slower than the others. I always have to check my list or I miss something important. That's why I have this notebook with me all the time. Can't leave mistakes, you know? Can't leave any mistakes, you know? I'll be carrying it for so long, it was almost worn out. It's been with me ever since I began working here, as the Sapphira of the control team. I know Lady Angela worries about me from time to time, but I've got everything under control. I feel like this is the kind of life I've been yearning for since a long time ago, maybe even before I was capable of thinking. It feels as if I wished for the same thing before in some other place that wasn't the control team. Malkuth, please finish the report I requested before the end of the day. Sure thing, boss. I've got it right here on my list. I have turned it in by the end of the day. I'll have it turned in by the end of the day. Well, I should get going now. It's a pleasure talking to you, manager. The AIs here, they are all unstable with the exception of me. It's especially bad for Malkuth. You've noticed, haven't you? I can't complain though. It only makes it easier for me to control her. Angela, are you evil? I don't know, I'm kind of getting evil vibes from you. Controlling meltdowns. As you know, our facility isn't really the most stable thing. We're only able to keep the abnormalities contained thanks to the Qlifoth, I believe, deterrents, which we briefly adjust down before the workday begins. But this deterrence becomes unstable as time goes on, and eventually, some abnormalities may undergo a meltdown. So this is the Qlifoth. I know I'm pronouncing that word wrong. It's a very difficult word for me to pronounce, but it's the counter that you see at the top left. Goal 8, complete 8 work processes and containment units under Qlifoth. I'm gonna stop now before I embarrass myself if I haven't already. All right, control team, expansion level. Good day, manager. Would you like to expand the control team department? Control department. Team department control team. Yes. If it hasn't been apparent, sometimes I can read okay, and sometimes I completely, my brain stops working. Anyway, let's go ahead and pick our next upgrade. I'm gonna say, let's just get this Sibylle summons. That way we can summon everyone back if we need to. Yes, confirm. All right, very good. So we have Kevin and Danzy. I'm gonna keep Kevin and Danzy for right now. I'm gonna keep kind of 2 employees, just so that we have them. We do have plenty of lobotomy points, and I'll kind of save them until we have an employee that we feel very comfortable with, also upgrading. So let's also look at our ego list. I want to check something. So this is the special item that Kevin got from OneSim. Work success rate 10% with the corresponding anomaly. So the more he works with OneSim, I mean, he's gonna work with, well, not the more he works with him, but if he works with OneSim with this thing on, he's gonna be just fine. And he also gets +2 to his SP, so. I'm kind of curious because it says we got the fairy item, but I don't see it anywhere. Does Danzy have it? No, she doesn't. I also need to fix her hair. Hang on, let's fix Danzy's hair real quick. Can I, let's see, how do I do this? Strengthen employee, customize appearance. Yeah, I could not see that tiny bit of hair back there. Let's go ahead and fix that up real quick. It's really tough to see with the dark blue. I think that's it right there, 28. Yeah, that's it. All right, cool. So we'll confirm that. I didn't confirm it. It's fine, you can barely see it. We'll fix it next time. So let's put her back in here and let's go ahead and start the next day. Begin management. All right, so what do we got here? All right, oh, I remember you. I remember what this thing looks like. I don't remember what its work is. I also remember there was a weird thing about it, and okay, anyway, we're gonna work with you, and I just remember your noise is super annoying. So let's go ahead and send Danzy down here, and let's do, I don't know, with the like fairies and animals, I'm gonna try instinct. That kind of makes sense to me, so let's go ahead and send Danzy down there. Let's send Kevin to work with Winston. Let's go do insight. Actually, let's do attachment, because attachment works always really good. I think I actually told Danzy to do that. Sure, we'll send Kevin down here to do it. Why not? There you go, Kevin. Go work on that. Okay, Kevin is working on that. Very good. And we need to collect 45 boxes before we're good to go. So we're gonna try to do that as fast as possible. And work with the fairy as well. I do want to learn about the bird here, though. Did I get it right? Also, I've noticed that they have a good number of boxes, more than 10, that's for sure. All right, so we're we're a little bit of 50-50 right now. Maybe the instinct was right. I'm hoping it was right. Okay, about halfway there, that's good. Let's check out, okay, ooh, man, 4 each. Let's see instincts. 40%, oh wow, Kevin, you did good for not hitting that right. Let's do insight and try that. We'll send Danzy down there now. And then Kevin, actually no, we did Danzy before. It'll be fun. Kevin, go do insight work with Winston. I really need to do more attachment with Danzy in Winston so that her success rate goes up. All right, so we have a meltdown and it's Winston. We're not worried about that at all. And the number right here indicates how many meltdowns are gonna happen. So how many anomalies you're gonna have to take care of. I might send Danzy to go to the fairies to heal, maybe. Okay, Angela said something. We're over halfway there. We're already doing really good. Let's go ahead and get some more information about bird. Okay, so 60% there, not bad. 55% there, and repression, I don't know. Repression scares me sometimes. I do, like I said, remember slight things about this game, not a ton. I'm gonna send attachment, and we're gonna do Danzy. Put her in there. And Kevin, I'm actually gonna send you down here to the bird. I'm gonna try repression. Kevin has a higher success rate, so we might be okay. I'm gonna check on my cat real quick. She is behind one of the monitors, and I'm making sure she's not chewing on any cables. Okay, Danzy's doing good with one sin. Kevin is en route to the bird. I need to work with the fairy some more too, because we need to get more information about the fairy. Okay, I think repression was not it. Feels like it's back in the forest. A majority of the time, it acts like any normal bird, flying here and there in the containment unit. Okay, like it's perched too. What is that? I feel like some kind of charm on it. That's kind of interesting. Okay, so about 50-50. Kevin's taking a lot of red damage. Kevin died. Okay. Well, that's our first employee death, and it was, of course, Kevin. Well, this is going swimmingly so far. And I'm not gonna restart today, we're pretty early. I don't need to, I mean, we could retry the day. No, I'm not gonna, we're not gonna be cheesy about it. We're gonna, that was my mistake. We're gonna learn from that. So yeah, repression wasn't it, Chief. So we now know that. We'll have to get Kevin back. So Kevin, we'll get you back next time. I don't know what it is about Kevin and dying in my games, but Kevin, man, I'm sorry. All right, so we have 45 of 45. We can learn more about Bird if we so choose. We can go back and once in, we have plenty of information here. I'm gonna go and get the guidelines. I'm gonna go and buy some of these weapons as well, since we have the boxes for it. I'm gonna just buy two of each. And then we have one more up here that we need to unlock, and that's the escape information. So let's go and do some attachment work with Danzy to get that up. Oh, Kevin. I'll have to send you once and work with you. We'll have to worry about Fairy later. I just want to go ahead and make sure we get 1 sin done, and then we can move on. Okay. So once Danzy's done with this, I'm not gonna go too far into this yet. We're gonna probably work on the objective more towards the 4th day, because I want to make sure that we get Kevin back and also get as kind of beefed up to handle these other anomalies, because this actually has red resistance, so it'll help us against the bird. Okay. Escape information, very good. Non-escaping entity, so we don't have to worry about that, and we have everything about 1 sin now. So we now can review the footage of 1 sin, and you can see there's a lot of story here, so let's go ahead and read through it. Employee redacted. This happened during redacted around 4 p.m. Anyway, there was a railway about 20 minutes from my house. Some of my good friends and I decided to dress as forest animals. One of us chose to go as a deer. It was a crude costume. It could hardly be called one, to be honest. Just a pair of clumsily made antlers and a dark outfit for some deer-like spots on it. Omitted. I do not know how our deer friend was wandering in the woods. We didn't even notice he was missing for maybe an hour. We searched for him, and finally we found him in some bushes. We called out his name, and I'm not sure if it was from relief of finally finding us or what, but he started sprinting towards us, and that's when we heard the gunshots. Bang, bang, bang. When I came to my senses, I saw his blood splattered all the way to my feet. After that, not one of us dressed up as an animal ever again. That's all. By the way, is it really supposed to work? Observation log number 4-435. Its eye sockets are empty. It's a skull after all, but I doubt it's blind. It certainly has a gaze fixed on me, and I can somehow feel that it's listening to me. Confessing to it doesn't lighten my heart, admittedly. Afterwards, we investigated the incident in the employee's hometown to get a better picture. We learned that a boy named Justin was shot and killed in a deer costume by hunters during hunting season. Unlike the employee's confession, Justin was repeatedly bullied by other kids. Witness said that they heard the kid shout, "Run, Justin, run," right before the gunshot. After the incident, the kids at the scene moved out of town and deer hunting was banned from the area. Wow, that's terrible. Excerpt from the Abnormality Research Log X-392. Honestly, you can't expect all of our employees to give honest confessions to that skull. Around every 1 in 10 employees will tend to say something that is not completely true. It is a bit different from a lie. You can say that it's a subconscious excuse they make. They distort perspectives just to justify their actions, even though they are aware that they should be telling the truth. Once this happens, the confession is no longer truly a confession. Yes, I'm talking about you trying to justify your tardiness for 5 minutes now. Oh goodness. So yeah, that's an example of the stories that you can find from these anomalies and how terrible they sometimes can be. So that is going to be the end of this workday. Guys, I hope you enjoyed Lobotomy Corporation. That is going to be it for this episode. I appreciate, well, actually, hang on. Let me make sure we don't have any reading that we need to do. Kevin died. I'm going to leave Kevin dead. We're going to get him back. All right, so we have another anomaly we can pick from. Do you remember this melody the professor used to play the happy song when the students were sleepy? Happy birthday. That scares me. Okay. Many of those who underwent operation inside the machine have found themselves rested and healthy again. Oh, that sounds nice. The satisfaction is only temporary, though. Okay. This one's kind of creepy. I'm gonna pick this one. We like creepy. Oh, I meant to click. Okay, so I think it said, do you take pride into your work or something? I apologize for accidentally skipping that. If not, the recent news will likely change your mind. After your arrival, the rate of energy output has increased by 13%. If you still don't feel the significance of this figure, then let me add that it's a record-breaking percentage. How do you feel? I can take pride in that. Ever since you began working here, the company has been taking serious strides in improvement. This means you're performing your role well. This shows that you should only be good news to come. A machine such as myself doesn't flatter easily. It's good to know that you're happy with your work. Also, the music is way too happy for the way this game is. I remember your face the very first time you came here. You were so withdrawn, face all gray and grim, and you were all nervous about my presence. Don't worry, it's okay for you to be happy now. Today's a rather special day. Do you see that bottle of champagne on the table? Allow me to pour you a glass. Shall we toast? Today's occasion is not something as monumental as someone's birthday or the company's day of founding. You lost an employee for the first time yesterday. I wonder if you can go the whole game without hearing this conversation. It's probably impossible, but I love how there's a variation of the conversation. And we're toasting to Kevin's death. Oh, Kevin, if you're watching this right now. In fact, many more shall follow. I'm telling you just in case you were unexpectedly shocked by the news. They had known the risk from the beginning. The company grows, fertilized by their sacrifices. It's simple as that. I'm sure they would have felt proud of themselves as they took their final breath. Of course it was Kevin. Of course it was Kevin. Accepting their deaths with equanimity would be the greatest respect you can pay for them. That's why I popped this bottle of champagne I kept for so long. 3 cheers for the deceased in memoriam of their noble sacrifices. Cheers, Kevin. I'll drink the champagne. Allow me to give you a small bit of advice. To properly drink a glass of champagne, one should gently hold the lower stem of the glass, then take it in lightly, savoring the bubbles. Perfect, just like that. Oh man, what a game. I love it. There's a reason why I was drawn to this game, and yeah. Guys, that's gonna be it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, your feedback is greatly appreciated, and you know what to do. Liking, subscribing, etc. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you enjoy the content, consider subscribing. Always help us out. And you guys know how YouTube engagement works. But that's going to be it for this episode. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, wherever you may be. Thank you for joining me here and spending some of your time here. And I shall see you in the next episode. Bye, everybody.